Hello and welcome to today's topic. Today we are going to cover Fabric Workspaces. In one sentence, we can say that Fabric Workspace is a hub where all your Fabric data activities come together. We'll discuss deep to this topic, and this is going to be the outline of this presentation. It will have two parts. In the part one, we are going to cover the theory. And in this one, we'll see first of all that why Fabric Workspaces exist. We will have a look also at the workspaces building blocks, which means we'll discuss the core items, including Lakehouse, Notebook, Pipeline, and reports. We'll see the settings and governance which are possible in the workspaces, means roles, permission, capacity, and Git integration topic. In the second part of this video, we will have a demo. We will see hands-on how we can create a workspace within Fabric. We will go hands-on with the building blocks. We will the building blocks that we have discussed here. We will see how we can add it in our workspace. Also, we will go through some basic settings which we have discussed in this part. So let's move to our first slide and where we want to understand why Fabric Workspace exists. I like to take an analogy of a kitchen. Suppose that we have different chefs and these chefs are actually expert in preparing different kind of meals. We can have two scenarios. In the scenario one, we will dedicate chefs a separate kitchen for each chef so that they can prepare their respective meal. But this will not be a smart strategy because in this case, we will have to have different kitchens. In this kitchen, we need different ingredients and utensils so that they can prepare their meals. So what will happen is a separate kitchen will lead to silos. So if we take this analogy in our data world and we think about different data personals in our case, in our scenario, it means we can have, let's say, data engineers, data scientists, or data analyst. And let's say if these people are working in their separate kitchens, they will have silos. Yeah, because they have to have different tools and different mechanisms and different utensils, whatever. And this ultimately they will be able to make their meals, but with silos. What Fabric Workspace does, you can equate it with your shared kitchen. Now in this shared kitchen, all the tools are actually available for these data personals to work together in order to achieve their task. So if we put it technically, we can say that workspace is actually a logical container where all your project asset lives, the project assets that we discussed here. And it has no silos because everyone contributes inside the same workspace with their defined rules and permission. So this, I hope, clarifies the idea of a workspace. Let's move to the topic that what actually exists inside Fabric Workspace. What can it be? We call it as a collaboration hub. So it means our data personals will be able to do their respective work here. So they have to have the available tools as well. And this is the case in the Fabric Workspace that we have all kind of tools are available. So let's say when we talk about the data ingestion or orchestration, this is an important topic for data engineers. And so for that purpose, we have the data pipelines, data flow gen 2. Data storage, of course, crucial thing. And for that matter, we have the Lakehouse database and data warehouse available in Fabric. For data processing, we have Spark notebooks and data flow gen 2. For analytics and visualization purpose, we have Power BI integration and event streams. So these tools are available and they fulfill the requirements of the data personals. And as I said, they are able to collaborate and perform their respective tasks. So these are about the items inside a Fabric Workspace. Last, we will discuss shortly about few settings. So first of all, this can be a crucial thing of roles and permission that who can cook and who can eat. This is again our analogy to the kitchen. But in workspace, we will have different kind of roles. So let's say admin, members, contributor, viewer, four kind of roles. And then next we will have capacity. And with our analogy, we can think about that how big is the kitchen stove. So we have different kind of capacity available. Let's say we have trial or paid capacity, and we will see how we can connect Fabric Workspaces to certain capacities. Then it is about governance and integration. So we can think about uh, that how we can keep recipes safe and organized. So it goes about the Git integration part and the version control, which is done by Git integration. So this is the basic settings of the workspaces. And in the end, we will go through the recap slide. And then the recap slide, what we have learned in this video so far is about the Fabric Workspaces, which can be called as a hub of collaboration, and it's a launching point for all your data activities. We discuss a bit about roles and permission, and this is again who can do what in Fabric. Capacity means how much we can run. So this is about processing power. And then finally, the Git integration point, which is the version control. We take this information and knowledge that we have learned so far, and we will go to our demo part in the next part of this video, and we will see how these things are done in the Fabric portal. Welcome to the demo part of Fabric Workspaces video. Here on the left side, you see the main tabs which are important. Here we are currently on the Home tab. We also have the Workspace and the other tabs, but at the moment we are only concerned with the Workspace. So let's click this one. If we click on this one, we'll see the workspaces that we have already created. Let's try to create a new workspace and give it a name. Let's say we call it a demo workspace. We do not change any other thing, but we can of course uh, give our description and other details. But let's apply it, and this will create our demo workspace. Now in this one, again, you will see various things. Here you will see new items, new folders, import, migrate options. Here on the right side, you see mainly the create app, manage access, and workspace setting. Let's go through this part first. So let's create a new item. When we click this, you will see several of these tools and features which are available in Fabric. Let's say this is the main tool of getting data and then storing data and so on. So since we were interested in creating some basic item, Lakehouse as the storage option can be the one. Let's create a Lakehouse. So here we call this as, let's say, demo Lakehouse, and we create this one. This is now created. You see the tables and files which are actually currently empty, but here you will be able to save your data which is structured as well as in unstructured. Let's go back to our location of demo workspace. This is the first item that we have created. What else can we create? So if, for example, we are interested in preparing the data, we do have tools available for that as well. Let's take data pipeline for the time being, and let's call it demo pipeline. Now this create our data pipeline as well. And we can add, for example, the pipeline activity. Let's see what kind of activities are available here. Out of them, let's say if we search, if we are able to search here, notebook, yes, we are able to see the notebooks here. So let's say in the notebook, we already see the general, the name that we can give. So let's call it demo notebook and the setting. We haven't created actually in the setting. We do see the workspace name, which is demo workspace. And we do not have the notebook at the moment because we have caution as well here. Let's create a new notebook. We do not contain any code at the moment. Let's leave it there. Let's rename it, call it demo notebook, and this is saved. Let's go back to our location. And now you are able to see several items within this workspace. And this is your Lakehouse, your notebook, and your data pipeline. Now, in this part, we have seen how we create various items. And with that, we move to the next part where we'll see few more things. And let's go to manage access first. In the manage access, you see data doctor already as an admin. Here you're actually able to add people or groups. When you do that, when you enter the name or email address, under this one, you will see various settings as well. This is admin, member, contributor, and viewer rules. They have different permissions to create items and see items. I will not go into further details in this video because this is an overview video, but in some other video we will cover this topic also in detail. Let's close this part and let's see one more things, and this is the workspace setting. Again, in the workspace setting you will see a plenty of things, and let's touch up a few things here. License info. First of all, in the license configuration you will see current license, which is trial, the capacity connected, etc. What we can do here is that we go to edit part. Here we will see the details about the licensing. Is it pro, premium per user, or trial? In our case it is trial. In the trial license our capacity is also fixed. If we have in our organization another capacity available, we will be able to select that as well, and then we will save it, and then we will move to that capacity, which means we will connect our Fabric Workspace to a certain capacity. Another important thing is, let's say, Git integration. Here you have the Git provider. You can connect with the Azure DevOps as well as GitHub. Let's say if you select Azure DevOps, then you have to have an Azure DevOps account available for that. You can connect. It will ask you the details for which organization and project and repo you want to connect it, and then you will have to connect and sync, and that's it. So here again, we are not going into this detail at the moment. Covered that in a future video. Let's close this. Now we have seen important things, which means how to create a workspace, how to add items to the workspace, how we can manage access, and we saw few workspace setting as well. Now I would like to end this video here, and thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video, and we will meet in another video very soon.